Hello, my name is Matthew Saloom, and I was given topic A. Suncor Energy is an oil company that extracts oil in Alberta and sells its oil for US dollars. Would Suncor want a high or a low Canadian dollar relative to the US? Explain your answer in the below. Well, in this situation, I will first define the case for the energy company. The company is currently exporting oil from Alberta to the States in exchange for US currency. The definition of an exchange rate is the value of one currency for the purpose of a conversion to the other. The value of this exchange rate is determined purely by supply and demand in a foreign exchange rate markets. There are three types of exchange rate regimes. There is a fixed, floating, and managed exchange rate. A fixed exchange rate is when a currency is fixed at a certain level. A floating exchange rate is when a currency's value is determined solely by foreign exchange rate markets. And a managed exchange rate are similar to floating rates, except there is occasional government intervention. Like in our scenario with the Suncor company, in relation to the example, the scale between the dollar is dependent on whether the business relies on imports and exports. In our scenario, the company relies on exporting oil. A stronger dollar compared to the U.S. currency would be a bad thing, since our exports would be relatively more expensive and would be less profitable for the company. So in our situation, Suncor would prefer to the dollar to be lower in comparison, since they are relying on exports of the oil. Another way to define this would be the demand for that country's good and service, or capital, e.g. stocks, bonds, factories. A lower currency makes a country's goods and capital more attractive, since they're cheaper to foreigners to purchase. We consider it a demand, not a supply, because the United States are the ones receiving the oil, and if the oil prices are too high, or our currency is too high, they would seek opportunities elsewhere for the fraction of the cost. In real life situation, this would spark the attention of the Saudi oil reserves compared to Alberta, and how other countries are purchasing Saudi oil because of due to the low exchange rate compared to Canada's. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Have a wonderful day.